you kind of go in that path, that direction.
Yeah, and face
Yeah.
face it head on.
I mean, I can't really say that with my fear of heights. I'm not excited about going forward with that, but I kind of want to start trying different things though that I do fear, because I think it's important to get to the end of the life instead of going, oh, I didn't get this done. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. That you experience as much as you can, but also, like I said before, to forgive yourself if you don't get everything done, because your list is not meant to be completed. I don't feel.
Aunt D shared something with me one day last week that it really has me thinking, and it will be popping up on Survivor Girl in the near future. Um, she said that from our first babblings to our last word,
Hmm.
it's all towards one thing,
Oh, okay.
one statement,
Yeah,
and that's our life.
that's true.
And if you
It's
stop
very
and think,
true.
I mean, really, that's all there is to it. I mean, that's one statement.
Right.
How you live or choose not to live
Yeah.
is entirely and totally up to you.
I think I fear getting to a point where I just don't do things anymore. Like, I'm afraid of that. My great grandma, who lived to be 101, she was always doing something.
Hmm.
She was always keeping busy. She always had something to live for. And I think sometimes that as people get older, they stop trying to live for something. They just kind of get set in their ways, and they get kind of, I'm not saying that they don't have the right after a certain age. I'm sure you get tired of, we all get tired, but as you get older, I'm sure it's even harder. But it's hard to watch people just kind of stop doing things and
Right.
just say, "Oh, I'm too old for this." No, I don't think there's an age limit on everything. I don't
No,
think.
there isn't.
My mom used to say, "I'm too old to wear this." I say, "So what? It's not a
Right?
crop top or anything that's showing anything. Just wear it. Love who you are. Do."
Embrace that oddity that is
Yeah,
you.
exactly. I mean, honestly, you never know who on the outside is looking at you going, I like that person. Because they are not afraid to do or wear or be themselves. For instance, I mentioned Crystal earlier. Today she went out around town wearing her Care Bear onesie. Good for her. Freaking good for her. She embraces who she is.
She
And I think
does.
more of us need to learn how to embrace who we are instead of fidgeting as we walk out the door going, oh, someone's not going to like this hat. Who cares if that person doesn't like that hat?
Do you
Wear
like
it.
it? If you like it, wear it.
Yes. If it's something that makes your soul happy, do it. And I think it's the same way with getting that passion deep down inside you.
Hmm.
It may not be the passion that you had before because life changes. News alert.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
Well, it's not supposed to stay the same.
It's not. But I mean, when you make the plans and you have a plan in your, it doesn't always happen that way. What is the message that you're getting in the new path? What is it that might be something else that you'd be really great at that pops up instead of going, oh, life sucks. I can't believe I can't do what I wanted to do. No, what's the new opportunity? There's got to be a new
Right.
opportunity there. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't take your time to be upset and to be to uh think about where you were going and how you're not going in that direction anymore. I mean, cuz you do have to bring it back together and start planning.
Yes. You have to feel your feelings.
Yeah,
You're not saying don't feel them. You're
right.
saying embrace them,
Exactly.
but get up and go towards that new.
There's always a different path, it seems like, that pops up. It's the whole door theory. When one door closes, another one opens.
And
Um
sometimes it's not a full door. Sometimes it's a window, but you know,
sometimes it's those parlor doors,
right?
but still
Or
look
those half
around.
doors.
Right. Right. Look around and, see what it is that might be your new opportunity. I mean, it might be something that you never imagined that you were like.
I wouldn't have the hobbies that I have if it weren't for trying new things.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you try something new, do you always execute it 100%?
Oh, at the first time, no,
Right.
no,
Second time? Not
no,
always.
no, not always.
Okay. That's another thing.
Heck,
People get
I redid a
discouraged.
hat. I had to take apart a hat and
Mm.
redo it 3 freaking times because I was not picking up a stitch where I needed to pick up a stitch.
And when the hat was done, how did it look?
It looked perfectly fine,
Yeah.
but it's because I took the time to figure out what was going wrong
Hmm.
and re-execute it.
And did you set that aside after you undid it like 3 times, or did you keep on going?
Oh no, I was swearing and cussing and throwing a fit,
Hmm.
and then I would give myself a break and get up and like, okay,
Yeah.
I've taken a break. I've done this. Um a lot of my escapes are taking Cupid out.
Yeah.
So I'll get a break by taking Cupid out and it's like, okay, now I'm ready to try again.
Sometimes you just really need to get some fresh air, set whatever it is that you're doing aside, and get back to it. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and you say, "Okay, I'm not doing that anymore." I mean,
True.
but that's totally your discretion. However, you might want to try it again because
Yeah.
usually the second, maybe the third time, it works for you. But you're right. If you don't try these things, then you don't know
Yeah.
that you could be like great at doing something.
And I've sat down crocheting and learning different crochet stitches and
Hmm.
stuff thousands of
Yeah.
times. Thousands of times.
Yeah.
I have walked away from patterns. I still have things that are not finished from years ago,
Right.
but
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not done with them yet.
Hmm.
They're in hibernation until I have the
The
patience to
mindset
go
for it.
back to them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's okay too. That's okay too. I had somebody tell me once that I don't, in this opinion now that I've grown from it, I don't really value. But I had someone tell me once that I never finish anything. And that's not true. Maybe back then I didn't. I didn't finish a lot of
Right.
things. But now I make sure that I do. Sometimes it takes me quite a while to get to that point, but I do. I finish things now. But that opened my eyes. Sometimes criticism isn't, a bad thing. Sometimes someone saying something lights a fire up on your butt, and you're like, "Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
watch me now."
Well, and
You know,
that was the case with me. Doctors told me I was never going to walk again. And
right?
I'm like, really? You want to bet?
Uh huh.
Don't tell me no.
Right.
You have the audacity to tell me no? No. I'm going to prove you wrong
Exactly.
because you told me I couldn't.
Yep. And that's something, sometimes you just got to plant your feet and stand your ground. Don't be moved.
Yes.
Don't be moved. I learned that lesson. That was a hard one. Tony and I were in the garage one night talking, and he was just like, "Are you really gonna let them knock you down? Are you really just gonna accept this?" And I'm like, "No, actually, no, I'm not gonna accept this. I am gonna put my foot down, and I'm not gonna be moved on it." And that's not being sassy. That's being confident in yourself. That's knowing what you want. As long as you're not going around being an a-hole about stuff, obviously. But, know what you want. Go for it. Grab it. Try it, you know.
Yeah.
Don't let someone tell you can't
I
do
was going to say the
something.
worst thing you're going to learn is that maybe it's not for you.
Yeah.
After you attempt it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not for
Maybe
you.
it's not. Or you find somebody that can mentor you, teach you. I'm a learner where I need to sit down with somebody, or I watch YouTube videos and I will rewind,
Yes.
rewind,
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 rewind, rewind.
and that's how I learn. Sometimes you just have to find out the way that you learn things,
Yeah.
and keep on trying. Don't give up. Tony says, if good is achievable, then better is right around the corner. Find your better for yourself. Never let anyone stand in your way, including yourself. That is a tough lesson.
Yes.
You
That is.
listen to me. Get out of your way. Get out of your own way. Honestly, you will do such a big favor for yourself if you stop trying to stop yourself from achieving. And I say this because I was there. I speak from experience. Honestly, I stood in my way a lot, and it's not good. Don't do that to yourself. Our minds get caught up. We get to that point where we keep on hearing that we're not good enough. And why do our brains do that? They're a-holes. Like, come on. Seriously. It's like, oh, you can't do that. Yes, I can. Who says I can't?
Right.
I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not graffitiing all over town or anything. It's it's in good nature. I'm not doing anything wrong. I can do this, but our brains like to automatically go to that fight or flight thing, and it's like, nope. Oh no, don't do that. So, you got shades on? Sorry, guys. I'm like in this rant, and I look over, and our engineer's got shades on. Okay, you
Yeah.
wear sunglasses
Yeah.
at night. Do your thing, man.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you can't. See, I'm not telling you not to. Do your thing.
They're
Do
really
you,
cool
man?
aviators.
They are actually. I'm pretty jelly right now. But seriously, though, I mean, let's take. Okay, Nate, I'm gonna throw you under the bus here. For instance,
Seems to
okay,
be the theme.
Nate is our engineer. He is still going through school right now. He has stepped up and has done so many things that I think at times he wasn't even sure that he could do. And we are extremely proud of him. He runs our sound. These things that keep on happening with YouTube are not his fault.
Correct.
They keep on happening.
They
We're
are
fixing the
YouTube's
bug.
fault.
We are fixing the bug, but he's starting to do logos now, different graphics. He does our sound. He does sound for This Is My Brain and brings up facts and everything. And at one point, like, he wasn't sure, but now he's getting it down and he's doing it. Now,
His spelling's not always the greatest,
neither
but
is mine, but we're not judging that right now.
Right, exactly.
You stop it over there. Grammy Graham. Just stop over there. But in
Love you, Nate.
that time, Nate, I'm gonna ask you, so I'm gonna have you come over here if you can. Did you feel at that point when you first started out that you would be where you're at right now? No. But
Into the mic there, dude.
but
Yep.
you didn't quit. You kept moving up further and further. And I know at one point I was like, whoa man, you gotta learn this first before you move on. And I appreciate your audacity and to move forward, because I am one person that likes to put my foot down and keep on trudging through no matter what's happening. But I'm really proud of you, and I know I'm saying this on live, getting all mushy, but don't stop believing. There we go, journey. No, but I'm proud of you.
He is the amazing Asian.
He is. We are super proud of him, and our team that we have an awesome team.
We do.
You guys, there's room for a couple more people on the team too. Just saying. Probably about 2 more people.
Always room for people.
And while we're on that subject, we're gonna give a shout out to Dawn. Dawn, we appreciate you too. She has been pushing forward through everything too. And again, it's a different role that you weren't expecting to have either. But man, is she blazing trails. Yeah. So we thank you for that too. So get uncomfortable to find your comfort.
Or
find
your comfort in being uncomfortable.
There you go. Because you never know what it is. Sometimes we get these like thoughts of doing stuff like me. I'm all over the place, guys. I come in here with a different thing I want us to try, and they've been so gracious to go, yeah, okay. I don't know what happens behind the scenes after I say something, but mostly, I feel supported, and you get an idea. Who knows where it's coming from? But look into it. Do your research. See if it's something attainable. Like I said, I started out. My very first job was at a gas station. I went on to a factory, moved on to Walmart, and then various other couple things, and now we're here. And yes, I still work at Bronner's, but because we love it, you love Bronner's as well.
I do.
But there's other stuff that we've been doing, and did I imagine to be here? No. I used to joke because I love singing. That was one of my big things, and I used to joke or talked about doing stand up and whatnot. And I'm like, who am I going to do it for? Because we live in a farming country, like Farmer Pete.
Well, yeah, Farmer Pete's got to laugh too.
Right. Exactly.
Farmer Pete needs to be entertained.
But that's where my mindset used to be. That was one of my things of getting in my own way. Was like, yeah, no one's gonna want to hear this. No one's, no, stop that.
You have an amazing voice, so yes, people want to hear it.
Thank you so much. I don't even. Thanks. But stop letting your mind get the better of you. Sometimes we have a thought of where we're going, and it doesn't always pan out. So, I'm not saying don't. I would like to say don't let tragedy don't wait till something tragic to happen for you to get enough strength to be able to do something, because it took a lot for me to go, okay, and it was after everything happened in 2014. You can start on trying something. What's the worst people are going to say? No. Okay. How many
What's the
people
worst
fail?
you're gonna say?
Right.
No.
Right. How many people take just their first no and stop? No.
No.
Keep on going. There's so many stories out there, and look it up, guys. There are so many different people out there that are successful now that had so many no's. Take those no's and let it light a fire up under you to keep on moving forward, because that's what it is. That's what those are. It's their opinion. Take it. Good or bad, ugly. Take it and let it move you,
Yes.
and embrace the new path that you're going down. It's not always going to be easy. Your path has been a hard road to
It's been up
travel.
and downs,
But
but that's life. Life is a roller coaster.
life is, that is for sure. Dawn says, "Slow but steady, Heather. We get it done. Thank you guys for believing in me. Absolutely, we are very grateful.
That's the other thing. Progress is progress, regardless of how slow it is.
Thank you." Thank you for saying that, because that is the truth. I know we get frustrated sometimes when we can't get to where we want to go, but take your time sometimes. Sometimes that's the important part of the journey, is learning that, okay, it's going to take me a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was going to say, and it's never always a straight path either.
No.
Sometimes you have to veer off and
Yeah.
sightsee a little bit.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So with that, yep. Tony says, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, and that's why it's called a present. Mr.
Master Oogway.
Master Ugwe.
Yeah.
Thank
it's
you.
a Kung Fu Panda reference.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
After you said that, I was like, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah. It's Kung Fu Panda.
Adam's favorite is always Honey. Hakuna Matata.
Oh.
Hakuna Matata. Of course, then I got to break out into song impromptu wherever we're at.
Yep. Because it means no worries.
It means no worries. And I think that is very important. So before we go ahead and wrap this up, you guys don't forget that if you are interested in being on the show, you have a story that you want to share with our audience with solidstateradio.net. Come and join us. Let us know. We can try to fit you in the schedule. We've got a lot more shows coming up. And if you're not comfortable with getting on camera, you can always write your story into us as well, and we can read it on one of these episodes.
Or
Or
we can always call you and
Yep.
you can tell your story over the phone if you have
access to
that. Yes.
Yeah, we can call you and you can phone in and we can talk that way as well, so you can tell your story. We'd like to have some more people join us on the show. So go ahead and let us know if you're interested in doing that. We still have room on the street team, which we have a lot of really cool stuff happening coming up.
Yes,
and it's not just for Survivor Girl, it's for Strange Friends Media.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we always have events happening, especially when the warmer weather hits. And you will have a chance, if you are working with us on the street team, to be a part of that, which is a lot of fun, and I'm excited. So with all of this being said, what you got?
What I got?
What you got?
What I got?
You always have something.
What I got to give it to your mama.
Oh my God. Well, okay. All right.
No. Basically, don't stand in your way is the message.
Yeah. Don't be moved.
Don't be moved.
Don't be moved, guys. I hope that you all have a great week. We will see you again for the next Survivor Girl Sunday.
On the 15th.
On the 15th.
Be better, not bitter.
And remember, guys, life is best lived.